How's it going? Let's get these deliveries done. The required score for the game today is only 60, so I'll play that a bit. 50 is better, but 60 is better than 70. What's up, Tim? Tim. What's up, Vordal? Okay, there's one. One of these two. What's up, Izzy? Okay, here's another one. This one has to be this one. We're just looking for this one now. This is the worst one. Hopefully this doesn't take forever to find. Can't be here. Could be here. Trying to figure out what this could be. I guess it's the bottles. The bottles are like right here. Okay. Okay, this is next to something. What is this next to? Oh, there we go. Got a ton of sand today. I try and find this hieroglyph. There's not really many places it can still be. Oh wait, I knew that was there. Where could this hieroglyph be? There aren't many places it could still be. I think the bottles are here. I guess it could be here. There we go. Five grubs from the chest. No one wants that. What's Gambit asking for today? I'm not doing that. Where's Nerd at? He said he was going to be waiting for the stream to start today. There we go. Next. Props and chicken's only 1,000 points. That means we just need like a radish or something. It shouldn't be too hard. Easy. My music stopped again. I don't know why it does that where it like freezes halfway through. It usually like restarts itself, but there we go. There we go. All these have been pretty easy today. Halloween, 1 minute on this one. This one will be easy as well. Just hide out over here for 10 more seconds and then we're done. And that one, and now whack-a-mole. 1,500 points. Okay, done that one too. Finish up the deliveries in the kingdom here. Now the faction stuff. Up the Asia. Tomorrow, I get to open up the bud chest again. There's so many people who haven't joined a faction. You could tell who hasn't joined a faction by like the color of their names. There's a lot of white names walking around. Just Thedra? Oh, my bad. Whoops, wrong area. Moonflowers, red wiggler, pumpkin salad. Is this one good? Yeah, this one's good. Raven's Blessing, may those not belonging to a faction find the path of darkness. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're like a new player, there's not really much. I mean, these guys are all 38 and he hasn't joined a faction. Like, what's up with that? That's like, you're like level 9, it makes sense, but man, 38? Like, what the hell is this guy? 50 and he hasn't joined a faction. That's crazy. Goblins are cool too. Like, this guy has 46. What are these people doing not joining factions? 60. Oh my god, this guy's level 66 and he hasn't joined a faction. Like, yeah, like, I understand it if you're, like, level 20 or lower, but, man, like... If you're, like, this high level, it's like, what are you doing? I mean, it's true, we do need a faction overall, but the XP bonus alone is enough of a reason for people to join a faction. Like, that's why I understand if you're at a low level, like, you haven't built all the buildings, you don't have extra food and stuff, but, man, if you're level 66, like, you should definitely be in a faction. 0.2 and 20% boost work differently, right? Sort of. It depends on what other boosts you have. In a vacuum, they work the same, but 20% boost will interact with other multiplicative boosts. They will multiply with other multiplicative boosts, but the 0.2 won't. So in a vacuum, they work the same, but if you have other boosts, then they work differently. Let me just refresh my SFL world, make sure I got everything done. What's up, Delm? Oh wait, I missed collecting one of the games? Oh no, it says it's Festival of Colors. Right, okay. You don't really impose it. If the potion house is off the beaten path, players will ignore it. Yeah, I mean I get if people don't even know about it, but like well, you should know about it. Okay, let's do some Festival of Colors stuff. I mean, like, yeah, like, it's not... Like, if they don't do it, it's basically their loss, right? Like, the costs are very minimal compared to the benefits you get out of it. At least for the experience boost. How many tickets I got now? I think it was like 52 or something like that. Did you guys see Craig trying to play this yesterday? How many tickets do I have? Yeah, 52. Let's say I'm collecting 5 props per plot. Does it give me an additional +1? Um, the answer is probably not, but it depends. Multiplicative boosts, like the 20%, will multiply other multiplicative boosts. So if you have Green Amulet, this is a multiplicative boost because it's a 10% chance at 10 times. So if you're harvesting carrots and you have where the hell's the carrot? Easter Bunny, and you have 20% chance here, then okay, let's say your default is 1. This would make it 1.2, and then if the Green Amulet procs, it's times 10, which would be 12. But if, let's say you don't have Easter Bunny and you have the Green Amulet and you have Pablo the Bunny, how it would work would be the 10x from the Green Amulet would apply first. So you would harvest, it would proc, you would get 10, and then you would get plus 0.1, so it would be 10.1. Entering the Ronin ecosystem, Sunflower Land becomes bad in my opinion. I don't think really much has changed since the Ronin launch. Like, the devs are still the same. Not really much has changed. Like, I mean, I guess there's different players in the ecosystem, but like, I don't know. I would say not really much has changed. Like, there's more like bad actors, I guess, like botters and multi-counters, but I don't think that really has much to do with Ronin. I think it has to do with just like the game being more popular and the token price going up. I think that would have happened regardless of which ecosystem it launched in. The bad actors, that is. The game's more popular and there's more money to be made by bad actors, then they will show up regardless of which chain the game is launched on. You could make the argument that you think the game was better when it was less popular. That argument would make sense, but I don't think it really has much to do specifically with Ronin. I missed that one. Easy. It's Rocky Rock. The guy with the most gems in the game. Or at least, I assume he has the most gems. He had the most gems the last time I checked. He had like 3 million or something like that. Hello, sir. Finally, you have the hen house? Nice. Chickens are pretty cheap to maintain, assuming you have all the petting tools. The petting tools do a lot of the work, like the music box and the brush and whatever. They do a lot of the work because you don't need a lot of experience to level up chickens, so they don't do that much. The petting tools don't do that much for cows because they need so much experience, but they're very good for chickens. Eh. How much would you value your mark yield each day, delivering till the minimum more with all the boosts? I'm trying to either get quiver or shield with 350% bonus emblem. Yeah, 350% is almost the same as 400. Like it's like 80% of the way there or whatever. But all those numbers can be seen on SFL World. You can see if you scroll down here. You can see like the cost per mark, how much you've spent on the marks, like week to date. Same thing with the faction pet. All that information can be found here. I got hit by this. You got hit by the tsunami for the first time, leaving Newbie Island. Man, I got mad. Yeah, I was asking this the other day, and I was like, I wonder how many people actually build the weather prevention tools before they get hit by a weather event, because like my guess is that most people just get hit by the first event. Rocky Rock streams, I think so. Yeah, he has his own channel. I think it's called Rocky Rock Journey. Yeah, in Ronin, too many people are only looking for money. Yeah, I mean, that's how you get people in, though, right? Like, that's the selling point. Where like this, that's the selling point of the game. Like if there wasn't like a real money component of the game, then you're just strictly competing with Web 2 games like what's it called, Stardew and games like that. And then it's hard to compete just because those games are like so established in the gaming community. So the money aspect is the differentiator. I think Sunflowerland is a pretty good farming game. But if it was like just a farming game without like any sort of real money component, like would people play it? The answer is probably not. So like the earning aspect, the Web3 aspect is the differentiator between this game and other games. Never seen that tab, probably because I've never delivered to the cook. Thanks, man. No problem. Hope you have a nice day too, Ali. Can you explain how ranks work in the faction? Sure. So like, let's use the goblins for example. Oh, my cat just jumped on my desk. You need like, you can basically ignore the gray numbers here. Just look at the white numbers. You need this many emblems to hit that rank, basically. So if you have no emblems, you're a hobgoblin. If you have 20 emblems, you're a grunt. If you have 500 emblems, you're a marauder, and so on and so on. Basically, that's all it is. I have a hard decision to make. I need your advice. Okay, what's the question? You know who the player Raichu Puss is? Yeah, Raichu is... I know Raichu. I actually played a different game with Raichu before he played Sunflowerland, and Raichu is a member of the channel. So yeah, I know Raichu. 400% means the boost on chef for the mark speedler. Yeah, it boosts the chef and the pet. So like when you donate food to the faction kitchen and to the pet, it boosts both of those. Raichu joined 1 month ago. He's almost maxed. Yeah. Raichu is definitely a whale. He's already a higher level than me, and I've been playing this game for like 3 to 4 years. All good though. I don't mind. Slow and steady, right? I'm going to Desert Island and I have a few gold. And decide what to unlock first, the gold beetle or the tool shed. So I think the answer to that would be how often do you restock specifically for tools? If you find yourself restocking for tools a lot, then I would get the tool shed first. But if you're mostly restocking for seeds and then you get tools alongside of it, then I would get the gold beetle first. The tool shed is a big difference. It's a 50% boost in how many tools you get when you restock. But if you aren't restocking for tools very frequently, then it won't really do much for you. I actually have stuff to do on my island here. Iron is done. I pet the sheep. I think that's it. Oh dang, you spent 75 flour for 9.5k marks? Something like that, yeah. Don't forget that this week is the extra keys week. So my goal is to get top 25 so that I get 50 flour back plus a bunch of coins. This is like the tripping out. And then some keys here. But yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, the faction is definitely like... There's like two aspects of it. There's one, the XP boost, which everyone should do once they get all the buildings and they can donate food there. And then there's like the grind for the shield, the shield, the quiver, the medallion, and the crown. And that's definitely like an end game thing. It's definitely not something that like new players should be worried about, just because it costs so much and it takes so long. If you aren't like one of the top ranks in a faction, then it's just gonna take forever. I am hoping we get a... They've talked about a faction revamp. But I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, if I'm being honest. It seems like the devs have too much on their plate and too much other stuff that they're planning on doing. Even though, I don't know, like, the factions were a pretty good burn mechanic. So putting effort in and burning a, like the this game needs more burn mechanics, so putting effort into it seems like a good thing for the game, but I don't know. They just have other things planned and they don't have time for it basically. I'm hoping at least it happens sometime this year, but I'm not even positive about that. Hey, best of luck with the ranking. I think I'll postpone Quiver Shield. Too much for me at the moment. Yeah, it's a lot. Like, yeah, I'm going to expand 16, level 63. Gonna be 77 next week, though, thanks to your milk the other day. Nice. Yeah, I still have a lot of milk that I'm gonna have to sell sooner or later. Oh no, missing everything. Done. Okay, how many of these do I have now? 550 tokens and 52 marks. Let's see what the top of the leaderboard looks like for these. The top lists. Inventory, other, color, ticket. Dang, some people are... One guy's at 160, that's crazy. I'm 13th with 52. I'm probably not going to win this raffle. Last time the top person only had like 100. And now people are like, there's multiple people above 100 this time. I probably won't end up breaking 100, I don't know. I can't see myself grinding that much, but we'll see. Maybe if we get another day where the required score is only 50, I might do it. Oh no. Never say what? I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, never say never, right? Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance I win, but I don't know. I'm not usually lucky with raffles and stuff like that, so we'll see. I mean, it's not like it cost me anything to do this. It's it's basically free because I was gonna buy the unlimited attempts just for the super totem anyways. So it just uses time. My chickens need to be brushed. Did you ever snatch a super totem from the floating island shops? Yeah, I think I've gotten two from the floating island shop. Two or three? Two? I don't know. I've gotten a couple at least though. Spending the day off playing all the color items. Oh, playing for all the color items, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just takes time, right? It's not like it's... I mean, it costs 100 flour for the unlimited attempts, but I think the super totem is well worth it. Did you guys hear that Adam is off for another 3 weeks? I'm... I don't know. Obviously, like, the dev should get a time off. But that's going to be like 6 weeks this chapter he's off. I'm a little worried for what the next chapter is going to look like, considering Adam's like the head guy, and he's gone for like half of this chapter when they would be preparing for next chapter. We'll see how it turns out, but I'd be a little worried for the state of next chapter when it releases. Oh, my blueberries are done now. Back to Color Island. Adam is on sabbatical. Researching new ideas in faraway countries. If only. I think he's like visiting family or something like that. We'll see how this next chapter goes. I've voiced my skepticism about the concept in general. The idea of social farming is cool in theory, but according to the proposal, the rewards seem like quite they leave a lot to be desired. Let me put it that way. It seems like it's going to be a lot of work for a very, very, very small amount of rewards. But maybe they'll increase the rewards, who knows. We're talking with a US crypto exchange executive. What, like Coinbase? I don't know if there other where's Kraken from? Gemini? Is Gemini the one with the Winklevoss twins? Makes sense. Maybe he's making some important deals or maybe visiting family at the same time. It could be. Or I'm just chilling and we're reading into it too much. Yeah, I mean, it's probably that. What's up, nerd? I was asking where you were earlier. You were saying you were waiting for the stream, but then you weren't here. Gemini twins, yes. I think there was something I wanted to do. Now I can't remember what. Oh well. Do it again. Did I see the Dev monthly stream? Yeah, I watched that yesterday. They didn't really like give us any new information. One thing that they did say, but I don't know. Like, I like Spencer and Craig, and I like the devs, but one of my critiques is that like they don't they focus on like what they're doing, right? So like if they're working on one feature, they don't really keep up with other features that are being worked on. For example, they didn't know when this cooking competition started, even though it says right here that when it started. They said it started on Monday, even though it doesn't start on Monday. It starts like Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day that is. They also said that you wouldn't be able to speed up the foods with gems, even though Adam said that you would be able to speed up food with gems. So I take what they say with a grain of salt. Like, if they're working on it, they usually know how it works. But if they aren't working on it, then like they don't. Like, even Spencer was like, I didn't even realize that this was happening, and then one day I woke up and it was in game. So I watched the stream, but I didn't really learn that much. One thing that they did say that I hope is true is that next update, or like next chapter, the Potion House is getting an update. And in that Potion House update, you're going to be able to buy the exotic crops with tickets. Like, you won't have to randomly get them through magic beans. That'll still be an option, but you won't have to do it. And in the proposal, Adam said that you would also be able to buy the mutant crops with the tickets. But Craig and Spencer said that wouldn't be the case, and I hope it's not. So I hope they're right about that. Nerd, you're on the naughty list for spamming symbols. I don't know. I set up that Nightbot so that I set up the Nightbot so that for the giveaway. I guess it's because you put like 36 dots in a row. That's my guess. I don't know. I can go and edit Nightbot later, but I just set up Nightbot for the giveaway that I did a couple weeks ago, or whenever it was. Anyone remember when Steve Woody was the PR guy? I do remember that. I actually messaged Woody the other day. Not the other day. I messaged him like a month or two ago because Raichu was looking to buy a golden cow and Woody had 2 of them. And I asked him if he would sell them, and he said he would only sell his full farm for like $50,000 or something like that, even though it was only worth like $20,000. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess he's not selling it then. It wasn't 36. It was like 10 or something. 10 dots. Let me go edit Nightbot. Here, give me a second. Bookmarks. Where I think I saved. Other bookmarks. Okay, here's Nightbot. Like I said, I only set this up for this reason. Chat moderation. So it was for stop spamming symbols, excess symbols. Okay, I'll turn that off. Turn off this too. We'll keep this on. And the excess caps. I don't like caps. If you're spamming caps, you can... Yeah, let me... Whitelisted links. Okay, youtube.com SFL world. We'll also turn on like Google Docs. There we go. Wait. Oh wait, no, that was the wrong one. Okay, yeah. Okay, that should be good. I noticed that too. I didn't watch the Twitch stream, and I didn't have confidence on what they were saying. Almost like they wasn't prepared, and it's not a good sign. I mean, like I said, it's just that like they focus on their own thing. So like, if I'll give you an example, if like Spencer is working on something with the marketplace, he's not going to keep up on something that on like keep up on something like the cooking competition, for example. Elias, on the other hand, Elias keeps up with everything. I wish Elias was like one of the quote unquote main devs because he's on top of everything. Like if Elias says something, he's usually on the ball with it. I think it's because Elias was a player first, and he was like a pretty advanced player, so he like knows what's going on in the game and he keeps up with it. Whereas like the devs were like devs first. Like if Tourist became a dev for the team, he would know what was going on, you know? Like there's certain people that it's like if they become a dev, they're like super up to date on what is happening in the game. Spencer usually does a pretty good job. Like he was like he competes in auctions and stuff like that, so he usually has a pretty good idea of what's happening. Elias needs to host a weekly stream. I would love that. I want to like start a podcast with Elias, but he's too busy, I'm sure. I would just like ask him questions constantly. I would like take questions from the from like the community and just ask him questions. But Elias works like 12-hour days or something like that, so he has no time for frivolous stuff like that. I have a question about factions. If I don't give the foods, the 3 to the pet, and continue to give foods every week, will I get the XP bonus? So it's like a week by week basis. So if you don't give the 3 foods this week, then you won't get the experience boost next week. But if you give them next week, then you'll get the boost the week after that. Can you help me upgrade to Petal Paradise? I mean, what do you mean help you? What do you need help with? Okay, so one is, I don't know what that word is. Another one is a pro of the game and knows everything. I listened to that podcast. I mean, if I miss the 3rd week and then give the 3 foods every week, will I get the 5th? Yeah, I mean, you can miss a week. If you miss a week, you just won't get the experience boost the following week. But if you, like, it's a week to week basis. Like 2 weeks ago has nothing to do with like next week or whatever. Each week is like independent from the weeks before that week. Yeah, like Spencer, Craig, and Adam, like they weren't like I mean Adam made the game, right? So like these people weren't players of the game before becoming developers for the game. They were just they started as developers, whereas Elias started as a player and then became a developer. Like he was already like he knew the ins and outs of the game, and like he became a developer for the game because he likes the game. Whereas like so like I think he puts more time into playing the game than the other devs do. Even though, like I said, I'm pretty sure Spencer like does put a lot of time into the game. He was, if anyone was here for the animal competition, he was like top 40 players in the game for that one. So like he was playing a lot.
Greetings!
Oh, thank you for the follow or the subscription. Badux, Bade. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you for the subscription. One step closer to 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, and like I forget who said. Ali said he doesn't have confidence. Uh, that's like that's nothing new for them. So like it's been this way like for a while. It's just Adam is usually the one who does them, and Adam is obviously um, more up to date with all the different features because he's ultimately the one that makes the decisions. But yeah, it's nothing new. Rami was also quite up to date with the game when he was on the team. I miss Rami, but Elias became a dev after that, and Elias is also a very good dev, so it would. I can only imagine what this game would be like if Elias and Rami were both like working at the same time. I think things would get pumped out really quickly. That scared the bumpkin out of me. Oh, the subscription notification. How can I reach a high level without paying a lot with free recipes? Am I married? No, I live with my partner, but I'm not married. How can you reach a high level without paying a lot with free recipes? So technically, all the recipes are free. Like you don't have to pay for any of the recipes. I assume you're a low level, and so the fire pit's gonna be the main building you're using. You're just gonna be cooking a lot: reindeer carrots, fried tofu, pumpkin broth, rhubarb tart. All these are like good early foods. And then once you get to the kitchen and you get onto the second island, fruit salad's good. But all the recipes are technically free, like quote unquote free. Like you don't have to pay for them; you just have to use resources. Once you get the deli and you start getting access to cheese, you can buy milk or you can raise cows yourself, even though they're quite expensive. Then all the cheese foods are good: pizza margherita, spaghetti, honey cheddar, lemon cheesecake. But yeah, I mean technically all the foods are free. It's just going to take a while. The sub notification got you? Yeah, all my notifications are Rick and Morty related. I actually haven't even watched Rick and Morty for like years. Like I think I saw like the first 3 seasons. I really liked it. I just never kept up with it. And yeah, there's like a different one for subscription, for memberships, and for like super chats, and they're all Rick and Morty related. Oh, my stone is done. Gotta go get that after this. Like the subscription one is the ratings one. The membership is, I think he says, "Welcome to the club, pal." And then the super chat, it just says thank you. Thank you. Okay, gotta go get my stones. Stones. Okay, what'd you guys say? They should hire you for ambassador for ideas and creativity in the game. Well, they get that for free. Why would they pay me, right? What is the top 10, 50, 150 leaderboard for Merkle campaign? No, it's hard to tell. So how the Merkle campaign works, or how it's supposed to work, whether this is how it actually works or not, is it's based on how much you earned the previous day. And it's hard to tell unless you're like keeping track of how much everyone earns by like taking snapshots yourself. It's hard to tell exactly how much people have. Just for reference, I'm around the top 50 and I have about $500 in the liquidity pool, just for reference. What Web3 game are you playing aside from SFL? I don't play any other games besides SFL. I've played other games in the past, other Web3 games in the past, but I have quit all of them because I think they're all bad. Axie was profitable for a while, but it was mind-numbingly boring to play. Pixels was okay for a while, but then they made some terrible decisions. I don't know. I've played like so many of them. I've played Heroes of Mavia. I never liked Clash of Clans, so it's essentially Web3 Clash of Clans, so I didn't play that for very long. I don't know. I've played so many. I've probably played like 20 of them. SFL is the only one that I've actually stuck with. What's the star next to Thedra's name? He's a member of the channel. That's why his name's green as well. I should make my own badges for that, but as you can tell by my thumbnails, I am not an artist, so yeah, he's a groupie. There's no other Web3 games out there, all dead. I mean, I'm sure there's some out there. Like I saw Heroes of Mavia tweet today, so they must still be around. Like I said, I haven't played that in a while. Pixels is still around, but it's a shell of its former self. Axie is still around. They're still around, but I don't know. Like the game that I said I used to play with Raichu, it used to be a Web3 game, and then it like stopped being a Web3 game. Anyways, by the time it eventually closed down, they said that they were running like, I think like a 200k. They were running like a 200k. They were burning 200k a month, and I'm like, how are you burning $200,000 a month? Like the game, like SFL World gets way more updates than that game did, for example. And my guess is SFL World doesn't run anywhere close to 200k a month. My guess is like, I don't know, a third of that, half of that, or not SFL World, Sunflower Land. I mean, how to become a groupie? You have to hit the join button. Yeah. I'm waiting for Axie new chapter. Hope it's delivered. Is that like the land stuff? Axie like land? I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up with Axie for a while, really. They had that like mobile game. It was like I don't know. It was like a match 3 game, I think. I don't remember. It was some sort of mobile Axie Champions or something like that. I played it for like a month, and I'm like, I'm good. another one that was like that I have some sort of. I still have my Avogachis. If you guys know what Avogachis are, it's a Web3 game, but like man, they've been around for a long time, but they promised like an MMORPG and then they released like a tower defense, and I'm like, this is a far cry from what they promised. I don't know. There's been a lot of disappointing games in the crypto space. Zico had a video that drastically changed my playstyle, saving me a lot of flour moving forward. So I feel I deserve a bigger thank you. Which video was that? If I can ask, I'm curious. I can't see any join button. It should be under the video. It's all. You said your account isn't is set up so that you're 17 years old, so it's possible that it's not even an option for you. I don't know. It should just be like in this live stream. Like there should be, unless you're asking him about which video, because I'm curious about that too. Because it's hard to tell which videos people actually like care about, I guess. Like obviously I could just like look at the views, but that only means so much. Like that does not want to shoot anymore. Oh, my trees are done. My trees were done. Okay, no, it's just a minute ago. By the way, the downfall of NOS daily is weird, right? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, when you say NOS, I think of the rapper. I don't know what you mean by NOS. If I want to specialize completely in cows, is it better to combine with advanced crops? So yes and no. Technically, the best thing to do, quote unquote best, would be to plant medium and basic crops, sell those basic and medium crops for flour, and then buy the advanced crops you need, because you can get significantly more flour by planting basic and medium crops, selling those, and then buying the advanced crops you need than if you just planted the advanced crops. But it would require more playing. Like, you will get more flour daily by planting basic and medium crops, but it will require more playing. So better, I wouldn't say it's better. It's easier, but I wouldn't say it's better. Nos Daily is a big YouTuber. You don't know Nos Daily? I do not know Nos Daily. I mean, oh, he's like a crypto guy, I guess? I don't play that. How does this guy have 14 million subscribers and his videos get like 40,000 views? Like, that's crazy. Did he like buy viewers or something, subscribers or something? Like, his videos don't get that many views for how many subscribers he has. Anyways. Illmatic mentioned. Yeah, I mean, Nas was crop machine and stacking bountiful harvest. I already get a bunch of boosts, but this is just boosts. The boost, solid tactic I never thought about. Oh yeah, sweet. I just put out that video too. He was super popular in the past. Okay. Hasbro news for Israel botted to oblivion. I don't know what that means. I stopped following influencers. Yeah, same. I was obviously watching crypto influencers like when I first got into crypto, but then you realize that like most people are just guessing, and it's like, oh, okay. Well, why I can guess too. Like some of them are going to be right occasionally, but because anyone can be right by guessing. Now, if I do follow anyone related to crypto at all, it's more so just to find out about things. Like right now, I'm basically only playing Sunflower Land. But for a while, I was like trying out different games and whatnot to see what's stuck. But now it's just like they're all bad. They're all bad. So it's like I don't I don't even want to know about the other games. But I have followed like different YouTubers and whatnot just to like find out about new games that were coming out. But yeah, I don't know. They're all bad. Exactly. Never fall on influencer. They all cap. Follow your own research. I wasted so much time on them. Yeah, that's basically how I feel. This guy's stuff like moves around. Is it supposed to move around that much? Oh wait, is this slime? I see this guy in Discord all the time. Now he also has all the slime stuff. Makes sense. Eh. Um, when Coldplay came to India, I was also in India, and I saw them shooting for their song "Hymn for the Weekend." Bit lucky, aren't I? Yo, did you get? You should got in the music video. Slime, always follow your dreams. I mean, he looks exactly like his name. I should change my name to like Dinosaur or something. I made videos about a very popular exotic bird from the Amazon a long time ago, and I stopped. Oh, that's cool. Oh my god. You weren't in the video? Too bad. Still, pretty cool. I was never a huge Coldplay fan, but they have a few good songs. How many of these am I up to now? 1.7k. And get like 10 more of these tickets. Oops. Up to 63 now. Paradise is my favorite. Sure, I've heard of it, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Rap is more my genre that I'm into. Hey, Mashari. You really locked in? Yeah, I mean, gotta grind away, you know? If you want any hopes of getting, winning the raffle. I mostly just play this Colors event on stream. If I played it off stream too, then I would be burnt out by the time I got on stream, so I mostly just save it for when I start streaming. Sucks you can't speed up your way to Volcano anymore. I mean, in a way you can. You can buy oil overalls and buy the dev wrench, right? It's just super expensive to do. Technically that would speed you up, but would cost you like a couple $1,000s. Oh my god, I'm missing everything. I put out a video a few days ago or last week or whenever it was about buying an oil reserve versus buying a lava pit. And basically my conclusion was, if you think desert takes a long time, just wait till you get to Volcano. I can never, because I'm a middle class person, I can only be in the kitchen. I'm not sure what you mean. It's surprising that in this great era of blockchain, most of the, to be honest, all the Web3 games fail to sustain a stable economy. Yeah, I mean, it's because of who's gotten into them. Like, the devs who get into these games aren't normally, like, devs who have a ton of experience, it seems. There's a skill that decreases oil respawn times. That is true. I always recommend people grab this skill. But this skill is also good. The problem is the default time is 20 hours. If you take this skill, it reduces to 60. And Personally, I don't like 16-hour cooldowns because depending on your sleep schedule, like you're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep a night, right? Like that's the recommended amount. And unless you're doing this like very first thing when you wake up and like very first thing, very last thing before you go to bed, and there's a good chance you're going to be asleep before like this actually respawns. So I don't know. I wish there were more oil reduction skills. Like I wish there was another like 10% somewhere. Then it would be a very good thing. I got obsidian necklace. Wish I had enough for turtle. Speedrun volcano. Yeah, with any obsidian boost, like you'll get through volcano a lot quicker. But currently, like I'm sure at some point they'll probably come up with like skills for lava pits because they have skills for everything else. So like at some point, if they come out with skills for lava pits, then it might reduce the time you need to you had to buy IRL car tires. I mean, that's fair. It costs about the same. Everything was going for so many gems this past chapter just because people were getting them for so cheap. Eventually they'll add skills for it because there will be a new island. Yeah, like at some point they'll add more skills for the lava pit. My guess is they'll add skills for digging too. They'll add skills for like every different. Maybe there might be skills for like the potion house too at some point. Who knows? I do hope they add new skills relatively soon because I think the current skills can sustain players up to like level 175 ish, but after that, I think the skills, I think you're going to be taking some pretty bad skills after that point. Like the skills can technically sustain players up until like level like 230 or something like that, but there's some skills that are like actively bad and that like make your farm just worse. For example, the fruit skills that reduce sometimes and increase other times, it's like you wouldn't want that. Like that's like actively bad. These skills like here, like these are actively bad skills. Unless you don't care about chores and you only care about one kind of fruit, then you could take those, but still you can't take all of them. You can only take like 2 of them. Or for example, these animal skills, like you wouldn't want like Clucky Grazing, Sheepwise Diet, and Cow Smart Nutrition. Like you just wouldn't want all of them ever. I don't know, there's others as well. Like this one, reduce crop machine growth time, increase oil consumption. This actually makes you use more oil than it saves you. What else? This one, more with less. If you're running out of worms, this is bad. Compost skills, these are both bad in my opinion. Like you can take them, but you're either gonna run out of worms or you're gonna like not get a lot of fertilizer. So like, there are enough skills to get up to like level 200. I forget the exact number, 230 or something like that. But a lot of them are like bad. Obsidian price gets so low than I expected. Yeah, I mean, it'll probably pump again next chapter, assuming Obsidian is in the Mega Bounty Port again. But by that time, more people will be on Volcano Island and won't need it as much. So, like, there won't be as many people buying. So, like, we'll probably never see the numbers we had at the start of this chapter, but I'm sure it will go up again at some point. Monkey's paw skills? Not sure what you mean. Can I give you a summary of the dev stream? There's not really much to summarize. They just talked about like the new stuff that's in the game. They talked about this color event. They talked about some of the stuff that's upcoming. Like I said, not a ton of new information or anything. They were just talking about the fact that some of it's in the game. That was close. 50% coins? I'm not sure what you mean. 50% coins, what does that mean? Monkey's paw is a tail of a severed taxiderm monkey's paw that gives wishes, but each wish always gives an unforeseen negative regardless of wish granted. Yeah, so yeah, you're basically saying like it always comes with a downside. Yeah, that's a lot of the skills that we have to choose from after a certain point in the game. That's why I hope that there are more skills that come out soon, because after you get to like level 160, 170, the skills are not very good. There was a Simpsons episode on it. I actually never really watched much of The Simpsons. It's the one show that like I just never really got that into. Like I watched Family Guy, South Park, but never really watched The Simpsons. I think it was just like a bit before my time. It was popular. I mean, it's obviously like still popular to some extent, but like it was popular like when I was like too young to watch it, and then I just never really got into it. If I was like a few years older, I would probably be into The Simpsons. Dodged a bullet. I mean, some people love that show, right? Do a few more of these. That's what I'm saying. Why I always there's a negativity to it. It's cringy nowadays. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to maintain a show for how long has it been on? Like 30 years now? It's hard to maintain a high quality show for that long. Do I have kids? I do not have kids. I want to watch Ricky and Martin to see the hype behind the show. You mean Rick and Morty? Does Midas Rush slash Sprint stack? Yeah, they do. But my recommendation is not to take both of them, because if you take both of them, the cooldown on gold will be like 17 hours and 20 minutes or something like that. So if you let's say you start at 8 a.m., you mine it, then it won't be ready until like, what is that, like 1 a.m. or something? And like most people are asleep by then if they're up at 8 a.m. So you aren't really getting much benefit from taking both of them anyways. Unless you just like don't sleep, then I mean then it gets fine. But if you have any sort of normal sleeping schedule, taking both of them at the same time doesn't really do much. There might be occasions where you're up late or something like that and you get some benefit from it, but in general, it'll just be a waste to take both of them. Okay, I can buy 4 more of the tickets now. Let's do a few more of these. Let's get up to 69. Nice. We'll stop there when we get 2 more tickets. About 6 minutes. Wait, did I not get any tokens from that one? What just happened? I'm down to 0 tokens. What just happened? Did I not... Okay, wait, I'm just gonna watch the VOD. 1 second. Wow, because I didn't hit the claim button, I didn't get the tokens. As if that's happening. That's at 1 hour and 37 minutes of the VOD. Maybe I need to like refresh the game or something and I'll get them. Okay, yeah, see, I'm at 50 after that one. I'll try to like refresh the game or something, see if I get it. Nope. You just if you don't click on the claim button the second time, you just lose the tokens. That's fun. Better not misclick. No, yeah, like there's like a claim button on the at the end and at the end screen. I click that, but then I misclick the second claim button when you're like back on the island. And if you misclick that second one, yeah, you just lose the tokens. Like if you misclick this one, you just lose the tokens. They're gone. There's no way to get them back, it seems like. So make sure you don't misclick that one. How much mark is needed in average for the mega bounty board? I think it's like probably about 1,000 on average a week, give or take. It varies week to week, but I think it's about 1,000. So you could probably basically do it just from playing the Kingdom mini games, give or take. You might have to donate. I mean, if you're donating 3 things to the pet plus the Kingdom mini game, that would probably be enough. I did not get this one. There's like 4 in a row here. Makes my job easier. Okay, one more game. Uno más. Alright, I guess just not want me to hit that balloon. Okay. Claim. Okay, I should be at 350 of these. But I am at 300. And 69. Nice. Nice. Okay, let's just check SFL World and make sure I've done everything. Update this. Okay, Zico and friends, have a good day. Bye. I'm actually going to see your new video. Nice. Okay, well, yeah, I'm basically done now anyways. So, assuming I've done everything here. Looks good. I might do this, but whatever. Yeah, so thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for the new sub. Getting close to 1,000 now. I'm gonna have a video coming out on VIP, I think, tomorrow. Just the benefits of it, because I haven't made a video like that yet, surprisingly. And yeah, like I said, thanks for hanging out, and